Hi, everybody. Welcome to a new all of the above budget movie review. And this time it's time for a classic. And it's a real classic. It's the 80s equivalent of American Pie. When comedy movies could be raunchy, comedic, and just straight on, no boundaries. I'm talking about Porky's. The first one, Porky's, is like I said. I compared these to American Pie, but also other coming of age stories about teens lusting for their popping their cherry, losing their virginity, having sex, and wasn't that what the 80s and 90s were all about? Um, the first one is like I said, it has humor and it has practical jokes like the egg joke. If you don't know what the egg joke is, go watch the movie or YouTube. Google it on YouTube. Maybe it can be found there if it hasn't been deemed inappropriate. Because these days, yeah, you don't know who can handle or can't handle this. But this one is as funny as heck. I loved the where the boundaryless humor, like anything goes, like the old spoof movies. um, it has perfect comedic timing, it has a good story, it has a consequent cast, and yeah, especially the payoff, because it's about a group of teens who want to go have sex, and in the end they go to a brothel named owned by a guy named Porky's. We all know Porky Pig, of course, and Porky is this big guy, redneck, who owns this brothel and puts those teens in their place. He screws them over, and the teens take their revenge. It's comedy. It's comedy. I mean, don't take it too seriously. And I loved it. Especially the question anybody would ask now: do you know why she is called Lassie? Another famous line from the movie. And seeing the scene where we find out why the girl who played in Sex in the City um, is called Lassie, and it's as funny as you can imagine. I love this kind of humor. So they take their revenge, and it all slides into the second part, Porky's 2, the next day, and it's Porky's 2. Porky 2 is one of the lesser funny ones. It's more about yeah having a play. They want to do a Shakespeare play, and there's this church or evangelist guy who wants doesn't want the school to do it because it's inappropriate. It has some sexual language, and a boy dresses up as a girl, and it's all bad for the church. Um, and it's more about that, and it misses the humor of the first part, and it has some good jokes. I mean, it's not a funny less movie, but I like the first one better. So then we had, yeah, like I said, the second one, Porky's 2, the next day. It literally is the next day. We see a little recap of the first movie, and we go into the second. Then a few years later came another sequel, and this is Porky's Revenge, and we see the return of Porky. The first one didn't even have Porky in it, so why was it called Porky's the next day? But it all three movies have the same cast, the same kids, the same girls, most of the same girls in the lead. And it had the same teachers, some of the same teachers who still play a role in there. So it isn't like movies nowadays where some parts can be recast. And I mean, somebody put something on Twitter years ago, so he had to disappear, and we get a new actor or actress. But Porky's 3 is a very good movie. It goes back to form for the first one, and it does have a lot of humor. Porky isn't used that much, but the guys take revenge on Porky after they find out one of their favorite teachers is being threatened by Porky. And they take their revenge, but they also, well, they watch their first skin movie or porno movie. And they get caught by Beulah, who is a big part of the series. Uh, Beulah is one of their teachers, and she's one big woman. But she's also called Bowl Breaker, Bowl Buster. She has a name that literally rhymes with something with balls. Um, and they even do something good for her because she's been the entire three movies. She's set up as this bad woman. And in the end, we see her change too. In the second movie, she is part of the evangelic course, and they put a snake in the toilet, so she comes out screaming out of the toilet, and yeah, it's just funny. And in this one, they poke fun and everything too, and it's like I said, I like the humor, I like the yeah, everything goes. Um, like I said, movies like this cannot be made these days. There will be too many people, like in the second movie, that would take offense of things that would happen there. So, but I like this one, and I think those three are classics, and I will rewatch them every time I get the chance. Have you seen Porky's? If you did, leave a comment down below and tell me what you thought of it. If you want to subscribe, you can do that down here too. And if you want to like the video, like it. And leaves me to say thank you for watching and see you next time.